agriculture has always been the foundation of our nation. Today, technology is transforming the way we grow, harvest, and feed the continent. Where farmers meet innovation, where industry meets opportunity, and where agriculture meets global markets. Agritech Expo brings together government, innovators, farmers, and investors. Join us at Agritech Expo 2026. Technology, transformation, trade. Be part of the future of African agriculture.
Event matters because you matter most. At Event Matters, we turn your special moments into unforgettable experiences. As a leading event management company, we provide everything you need to host a flawless event. From special marquee tents accommodating up to 5,000 guests to seamless catering services, including quality cookery and elegant glassware, we've got you covered every step of the way. Visit us at plot number 8/12 Garden, corner of Manchinchi and Garden Road. Call us today on 0977 696 159 or 0977 717 013 or 0977 695 623. Let Event Matters bring your vision to life because you matter most.
Good evening and thank you so much for joining us. This is Bmtv News at 18 hours. We're live on Topstar channel 114, on Facebook Bmtv Zambia channel 114, and Bmtv Zambia on YouTube, as well as www.bmtvzambia.com. We look at stories making headlines. ECZ holds stakeholders meeting ahead of 2026 general elections. ERB approved licenses and permits worth 7.3 billion kwacha. Government pushes year-round farming as Agritech Expo opens. Iran's FM says Strait of Hormuz completely open during Lebanon ceasefire. Mighty win, a sweet revenge for the Blades. To present the news in detail, my name is Ruth Msakabantu. The Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, has held a stakeholders consultative meeting at Mulungushi International Conference Center as part of preparations for the 2026 general elections. ECZ Chairperson Mwangala Zalomis emphasized the Commission's commitment to transparency and inclusivity, stating that credible elections are built on informed participants, clear processes, and continuous dialogue. Ms. Zalomis explains that the purpose of the meeting was to engage political stakeholders on the nominations process for upcoming elections. She noted that the Commission would outline the qualifications and legal requirements for presidential candidates as provided under the law.
It is our firm belief that credible elections are built on the basis of informed participants, clear processes, and continuous dialogue. Distinguished participants, the primary purpose of today's meeting is to provide an update on the 2026 general election roadmap and clarity and guidance to political parties on the nomination process for the 2026 general elections. During the course of this engagement, the Commission will take you through the nomination qualifications and requirements for presidential candidates, as stated by law. The pre-processing of supporters, which is a critical step in ensuring compliance and efficiency during nominations. The nomination fees applicable for the 2026 general election. And the nomination timetable, including key dates for pre-processing and the filing of nominations. It is important that all political parties fully understand and comply with these requirements. This will not only ensure a smooth nomination process, but will also contribute to the overall credibility and integrity of the elections.
The Energy Regulation Board, ERB, has approved 31 licenses, 16 construction permits, and several license inclusions valued at about 7.3 billion kwacha, aimed at strengthening Zambia's energy sector. According to a statement issued by ERB, the approvals cover the electricity, renewable energy, and downstream petroleum subsectors, reflecting increased investment and growth across the country's energy value chain. The board said in the renewable energy subsector, 6 licenses were granted for the manufacture, supply, installation, and maintenance of renewable energy equipment. According to the statement, in the electricity subsector, 4 construction permits were issued for the development of power generation facilities, which are expected to enhance generation capacity and improve system reliability. The ERB said in the downstream petroleum subsector, it approved licenses for the transportation, importation, export, and distribution of petroleum products, as well as retail operations. The board further noted that licenses were also issued to lubricants and liquefied petroleum gas, aimed at improving efficiency in their supply chain. Government has called for a shift towards year-round farming, emphasizing the need for Zambia to embrace irrigation and technology to boost agricultural productivity. Speaking on behalf of President Hakainde Hichilema during the official opening of the 2026 Agri-Tech Expo in Chisamba District, Minister of Agriculture Ruben Mutolo said agriculture can no longer remain seasonal if the country is to meet both domestic and regional food demand. In a speech delivered on behalf of the head of state, Mr. Mutolo noted that despite the severe 2024 drought, which led to the declaration of a national emergency, Zambia recorded a bumper maize harvest of about 3.9 million metric tons. He said this achievement reflects the positive impact of ongoing agricultural reforms. The minister added that the country is on course to record another strong harvest, reinforcing government's commitment to transforming the agricultural sector.
This event has grown into one of the most important platforms for advancing innovation, strengthening partnerships, and shaping the future of agriculture in our country. So the President starts by saying he's very happy to be here, he's honored to be here, and he says thank you for the invitation. Over the past few years, our nation has faced serious challenges brought about by climate change, including erratic rainfall patterns and prolonged droughts. These have tested the resilience of our farmers and threatened food security and livelihoods. The 2024 drought, in particular, was one of the most severe in our history, compelling us to declare a national emergency. Yet, despite these challenges, the resilience of the Zambian farmer has once again prevailed. I'm proud to state that even in the face of this drought, Zambia recorded a bumper harvest of approximately 4 million metric tons of maize, never done before in the history of this country. This achievement is
a wave of excitement has swept across Zambia's agricultural community following the government's announcement to provide free export permits to farmers, a wide move seen as a major step toward unlocking sector's full economic potential. The announcement made during the ongoing Agri-Tech Expo Zambia 2026 in Chisamba has been welcomed by both small-scale and commercial farmers who said the policy will significantly ease the cost and bureaucratic burden associated with accessing international markets. Details in the following report.
The Agri-Tech Expos continue to gain momentum, attracting key stakeholders in the sector. The government has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting farmers and boosting productivity. Today marks the second day of the Agri-Tech Expo in Chisamba. The Agri-Tech Expo has seen notable high-level attendance with Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries and Minister of Agriculture Ruben Mutolo Piri gracing the farmers' exhibition stand.
We also have, on the pumps and irrigation, we've been suppliers to water utility companies, we've been supplying to the small, emerging and commercial farmers on the pumps and irrigation. So, well, our clientele basically is, other people would think Saro is mainly on the commercial farmers, but really it's the small scale farmers that are actually the majority.
It affected our electrical production And to help mitigate that, we at SARO we stock a variety of generators ranging from 2 kVA to 4 MVA.
These varieties perform well. Talk about central Zambia, we have medium rainfall. These varieties perform well. Talk about the northern circuit, the upper north there, where rainfall is over 1,000 millimeters. These varieties still perform well. So farmers can trust us for that because we are giving them the varieties that are responding to their needs. Not only that, farmers talk about incomes. Incomes are important. Minus incomes, well, families do suffer. Because these varieties are high yielding, farmers can also get incomes.
The minister attended as guest of honor and delivered a speech on behalf of the president, Hakainde Hichilema, reaffirming government's commitment to transforming the agriculture sector. The officials toured the exhibition where various agriculture technologies and solutions were showcased. In the address, it was announced that government will facilitate farmers with free export permits, a move aimed at empowering local producers to access international markets and increase their earnings.
Thank you for acknowledging that there will be free exports. Zambia, now we want each and everyone who can export. Don't setiri muno ngati munachimanga mfuno chita export. You are free to come to the Minister of Agriculture. We give you an export permit. Find your market, have your papers ready, we will give you the permit. We have had meetings at agriculture. We want to make it easy for you.
The minister further emphasized the importance of embracing innovation and strengthening partnership between government and private players to enhance food security and drive economic growth. The Agri-Tech Expo continues to provide a vital platform for knowledge sharing, networking, and promoting sustainable agriculture development in Zambia. Not too long ago, the country depended on the mining sector as far as the boost of the country's economy is concerned. But now, the agriculture sector is actually playing a key role in as far as sustaining the country's economy. And today, the government has introduced a free permit on all agriculture produces in the country. Reporting for BMTV News, this is Sontwa.
The Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States 11th Summit of Heads of State and Government, held in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, has been described as a significant gathering at which high-level officials reaffirmed the organization's commitment to its tri-continental partnership with the European Union. The summit underscored cooperation in trade, investment and development while advancing strategic partnerships aimed at fostering sustainable growth across the three regions. Zambia's ambassador to the BENELUX countries and other international organizations, Her Excellency Mary Chiwa, has observed that while the Youth Forum, Women Forum and Business Forum preceding the summit were calling for deliberate interventions for youth and women participation in politics and decision-making, Zambia has already taken a progressive step.
The OECPS Heads of State Summit was a very important meeting that brought together different representatives from the 79 member states to recommit to the organization that stipulates our relationship between the three continents and the EU in terms of trade, investments, and development cooperation for basically sustainable development in our regions. And I'm glad to state that it was a success. And when we look at our own country, Zambia, we are ready for investments. Zambia is a champion of peace. We can speak from the time that we gained independence. We have seen a peaceful transition of power from one regime to the other, and that is our competitive advantage when we are talking of being an investment destination. But to just comment a bit on the Youth Forum and the Women's Forum, they were packed with information to do with youth participation in leadership, digitalization, and entrepreneurship. And the entire forum was really bringing the youth on board in how we run business as these our future leaders. When
we take our first commercial break, we'll be back with international news. Stay tuned.
Event matters because you matter most. At Event Matters, we turn your special moments into unforgettable experiences. As a leading event management company, we provide everything you need to host a flawless event. From special marquee tents accommodating up to 5,000 guests to seamless catering services, including quality cookery and elegant glassware, we've got you covered every step of the way. Visit us at plot number 8/12 Garden, corner of Manchinchi and Garden Road. Call us today on 0977 696 159 or 0977 717 013 or 0977 695 623. Let Event Matters bring your vision to life because you matter most.
Agriculture has always been the foundation of our nation. Today, technology is transforming the way we grow, harvest, and feed the continent. Where farmers meet innovation, where industry meets opportunity, and where agriculture meets global markets. Agritech Expo brings together government, innovators, farmers, and investors. Join us at Agritech Expo 2026. Technology, transformation, trade. Be part of the future of African agriculture.
Iran's FM Araghchi says passage for all commercial vessels through Strait of Hormuz is completely open for the 10-day period of the ceasefire in Lebanon.
We just want to bring you more on our breaking news. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has just announced that in line with the ceasefire in Lebanon, the passage for all commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz is declared completely open for the remaining period of the ceasefire. He has just tweeted this only a few minutes ago. We're going to go to our chief US correspondent, Alan Fisher, now. He joins us from Washington, D.C., from the White House. Alan, this is a significant moment, isn't it? Especially coming not long after Donald Trump said he was optimistic that talks could potentially resume, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, as we've said in the last couple of days, these things tend to be staged. It's you do this, then we do that. If this happens, then that happens. And that could well be what we're seeing, a sequencing of things moving towards more significant talks with Iran. One of Iran's demands was, of course, that there was a ceasefire in Lebanon. The United States may well have said, and we've nothing to back this up, but certainly if you read the tea leaves, it suggests, look, if we get the ceasefire in Lebanon, then we open up the Strait of Hormuz. The big question mark over all of this, of course, is what America does next, because they have the blockade of Iranian ports. They've said that nothing is coming in or coming out. They've interdicted a number of vessels that have already made that journey. They have stopped a couple of oil tankers that were coming out of Iran in the last 24 hours. So what do they do next? Is this part of the sequencing, or does that stay in place because they believe that's an important pressure point for Iran and also for those who support Iran or do business with Iran, the likes of China, to get them to a negotiating table and then to deliver on a peace deal? Now, I don't think there's any issue with getting Iran to the negotiating table. It's what's actually agreed when they get there and whether or not they are actually open to some of the US demands. But clearly the US has been open to what Iran has been saying, because they have said, look, we want a ceasefire in Lebanon as part of this. That has been delivered by and large. But then the next step, obviously, was you open up the Strait of Hormuz. We might be reading too much into
Pope Leo XIV has urged Cameroon's young people to resist the temptation of corruption and instead work to serve the common good. The celebrated Mass at a stadium in the city of Douala, attended by over 100,000 faithful, many of whom have slept there overnight so they could see him speak. Addressing them in both French and English, Leo also told young people to reject every form of abuse and violence and to always show hospitality and care for one another. We monitor Africa News for more details.
Pope Leo XIV arriving at a stadium in the Cameroonian city of Douala, where he celebrated Mass with over 100,000 faithful. Many of them had slept there overnight, fighting off the cold and mosquitoes so they could see him speak. He used his sermon to urge young people to resist the temptation of corruption, reject every form of abuse or violence, and to always show hospitality and care for one another.
Dear young people, I would like to extend this invitation especially to you, as you are the beloved children of the African continent. As brothers and sisters of Jesus, multiply your talents through the faith, perseverance, and friendship that inspire you. Be the first faces and hands that bring the bread of life to your neighbors, providing them with the food of wisdom and deliverance from all that does not nourish them, but rather obscures good desires and robs them of their dignity.
The US-born Pope has become outspoken on war and inequality.
Do not give in to distrust and discouragement. Reject every form of abuse or violence which deceives by promising easy gains, but hardens the heart and makes it insensitive. Do not forget that your people are even richer than this land, for your treasure lies in your values: faith, family, hospitality, and work. Be therefore protagonists of the future, following the vocation that God gives to each of you. Do not let yourselves be corrupted by temptations that waste your energies and do not serve the progress of society.
With a population of 29 million, Cameroon is an overwhelmingly young country and has a median age of 18.
And in sports news tonight, Coca-Cola Blades coach Beston Chambeshi has branded his team's 2-0 thumping of mighty Mufulira Wanderers as a sweet revenge for the Chililabombwe side that is seeking a pleasant ending to the Super League season. After a scoreless first half at Concola Stadium, Blades punished Westful Mighty with second-half goals scored by Boyd Musonda and Rafael Silwimba. Blades capitalized on Mighty's failure to kill off this round 29 fixture in the first half, where he created numerous decent opportunities. The experienced coach is cautious ahead of the last 5 matches in the campaign. On that note, we have come to the end of our news, a recap of stories that made headlines. ECZ holds stakeholders meeting ahead of 2026 general elections. ERB approves licenses and permits worth 7.3 billion kwacha. Government pushes year-round farming as Agritech Expo reopens. Iran's foreign minister says Strait of Hormuz completely open during Lebanon ceasefire. Mighty win a sweet revenge for Blades. Well, thank you so much for watching. This has been Ruth Msakabantu. A huge thank you to the production team and our news editor. You have a great weekend. Good night.
Agriculture has always been the foundation of our nation. Today, technology is transforming the way we grow, harvest, and feed the continent. Where farmers meet innovation, where industry meets opportunity, and where agriculture meets global markets. Agritech Expo brings together government, innovators, farmers, and investors. Join us at Agritech Expo 2026. Technology, transformation, trade. Be part of the future of African agriculture.
Event matters because you matter most. At Event Matters, we turn your special moments into unforgettable experiences. As a leading event management company, we provide everything you need to host a flawless event. From special marquee tents accommodating up to 5,000 guests to seamless catering services, including quality cookery and elegant glassware, we've got you covered every step of the way. Visit us at plot number 8, Top 12, Garden, corner of Manchinchi and Garden Road. Call us today on 0977 696 159 or 0977 717 013 or 0977 695 623. Let Event Matters bring your vision to life, because you matter most.
I hear a lot of Chinese guys are also going back to China because of this same development. Because you know, our mothers, when they're selling vegetables on the road, they normally sell Chinese cabbage and rape. And they're always shouting, Chinese rape, Chinese rape. So my Chinese guy called me up in the morning and said, Pakumano, me I go back to China. Me no want to Zambia anymore.
After grade 12, I decided let me go to Dream Zambia and try out my singing. So I actually was in this national singing competition and I came out top 3 finalists in season 3. Yeah, from there I started navigating, trying to find myself in the acting industry, which was not very easy. Tentamanga Street, first big break, first opportunity and my biggest break. And that was when I was actually working in Kabwe. I got a call because of the constant auditions I would do. And then I got called to come through and then I auditioned and it was so smooth. And the time it was happening, I was not scared of rejection. You know when you've been rejected so many times, you're just like, you know what, I'm just here to have fun.
I did a song called Process. That's the song that really made the owner of Nexus fell in love with me. So he started looking for me, and then that's when he signed me. He actually bought me. I'm the first artist that has ever been bought.
They bought you outright?
From another record label. I was really sick. Like to a point of I couldn't even stand. I was thinking for 6 minutes or for what? It's not a sin dying doing what you love. So I called him and I said, okay, I'll do it, but I'm not okay, but I'll do it. Then we went to shoot. I remember getting on the set, the director looked at me and was like, what's up, what inside? I'm like, yeah, let's go. If you watch that video, I was wearing glasses. I don't like to wear glasses, but I wore glasses throughout the video. Right. My eyes, you could tell from my eyes that I'm not well. Nizi wasinili perfecti, no. Patinisa kila muntu azani konda patiently. Nizi wani waluana, no. Patinisa kila muntu azani konda mweniri.
Ndabona yologo peyemene minyanga itoba wahuluma munyamai wahuluma mulaho wahuluma munyama. So sometimes when I'm doing now wahuluma munyamai wahuluma mulaho wahuluma munyama boy wahuluma munyamai wahuluma mulaho wahuluma munyama yo.
Kwatima kwatule kwatu mama kwatulelo ukwatima kwatulelo ukwata mama kwatulelo ukwatima kwatule kazulo.
My name is Mwaka Mugala and you're watching BMTV.
Life too stressful?
Atake Juju. Penda fokusira pamne apa. At least pamkusira hapa mukira kwati kuliko kutamba ku BMTV channel 114 pa Topstar. Nati mungo kusira ku Topstar ku 114.